Hi there, welcome to Digital Scriptures, and in this video I'll basically just be taking you through the scripts and how we are structuring the whole project and the state we are at. Just to go very briefly, Digital Scriptures is a blockchain-based ArtVerse, and the idea is that you can make or embed all these data and messages in a blockchain or files in a hex form. So how can you view this, and how can you create a central place where people can send these messages and view it in a very interactive, beautiful way? It's basically an installation, it's an art project, or maybe it's a game. I'll link this document in the description. So it contains a huge environment pyramid, and you have blocks floating around. Each block has a embed data and messages from the block, and it pings every 10-15 seconds to the Ethereum chain and puts there. I'm just gonna start it because it takes about 10-15 seconds for the first ping to read and pass all the data, but after that it's all very good. We are using the full address from this famous story for the sake of development, but after that we'll have a proper address for the installation. And so let's go to transaction over here, and if I can show you. So this is the transaction, and you can view the input and the message which have been sent here. And if you have to view all the other messages, you have to go in each of the transaction and view it properly. But let's jump onto our scripts. So we have our first script called Hey API, and in Hey API we are doing exactly Hey API. We are calling the Hey API, and we are jumping on parsing the data, and which basically looks something like this. So we structure this data in the form of blocks or whatever the API requires, and we send it through some optimization and send it through the block data model, and inside the block data model we can do specific things. So here we are sending it to some of the UI stuff. We are spawning components in here actually, and we are converting hex to UTF-8. So blockchain inputs work on hex codes, which are basically a lot of numbers, and they can represent anything: file, data, pictures, text. We have one of the script called iron Hey API, and this is basically the main script which does most of the work. It is running the Hey API. It's running the high ping to the Ethereum etherscan.io network, and we are getting that data. In the first data we put everything in a dictionary, so each time we don't need to update everything, we just update it if there's a new block in the system. And as the blocks are immutable, they cannot be changed. We don't really need to touch or update any of the information on any of the blocks. Oh, let's see. Yep, that's basically it. So here we are in our demo, and we have pinged on Ethereum network. We have several blocks from the transaction, from the address over here. Each block you can see has a message embedded on it. And we see a slight dip or after the very first ping, because we still need to optimize it. It's showing a huge text wall in this text. Here it is. So these are all the messages which were sent. Here we do have some problem with Chinese characters, to try to fix it. And these are all the blocks, all the messages which were sent. Dalai Lama even sent a message over there. Yes. So if you want to go into this, you can read that story I sent. And these are all the blocks, and user can basically click on the block and read the full message. So how to send this message? Right now the installation is at only a view only mode, read only mode, and if we want to send any of the message, what we have to do is we can go to any of our wallets, and we'll choose the address which would be tied to the installation, and we do not need to send money to send a message, so that's important to understand. And we'll do 0 over here, and this is where you put messages, hex data or signed data in any of the wallets. And if you don't see this in MetaMask, you can go to your settings and you can update it here. So we cannot put a message directly over here in the hex. We have to convert it to hex. So this is our message. I'm using core beautify string to hex converter, and I put a message over here, and this will give us this hex code. For blockchain data, you need to add 0x at the starting of the hexes. And if you send it over there, we send 0 data, we put hex over here, and we take next document because this account doesn't have such records. And once it's there, it will be a part of the block, and it will also be seen in the messages wall. So that's that for now. In later stages, we might try to streamline this process where you do not need to go through this converter, and we'll have an input field over here which will connect to your external hardware wallet or MetaMask, and it will not take anything from the wallet, and it won't connect directly, but it will just ping the wallet that this is the message, this is the hex, please send it, and then user will have their control where they can sign and choose to do the final transaction. We also have some more ideas with the installation, including the ArtVerse, where we'll have it open to the community and we'll just ask the artists and 3D modelers to send in stuff, and the idea being that the space will keep evolving with the blockchains forever in a very collaborative community way. We also have some future ideas for the space, including gamification, including NFTs in the game, and interactive elements. And we'll keep you follow us here and there to know more about this. And I'll jump back to it right now, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining in.